Wow, do I look hydrated? Excuse me. Hello my friends, Jetronist here. Now it seems like every skincare brand has just decided to release new face sunscreen all at once, and of course I had to try them out. I do have three of the most popular ones right now. They are from Glow Recipe, Tatcha, and Laneige. So let's get into it. To start this comparison, we're gonna start off with my very favorite skincare brand of all time, and this here is from Glow Recipe. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen with SPF 50. It does come with 1.69 fluid ounce or 50 ml, and it does retail for $34 USD. Now this sunscreen here has been so highly anticipated. So many people have been wanting to try it. They've been asking Glow Recipe to make it, and surprisingly it's sold out on Sephora.com. Are we surprised about that? Not really. On the Glow Recipe website, they do claim this sunscreen to be a gentle, lightweight chemical and mineral sunscreen that quickly hydrates, glow, and even skin tone over time with niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and of course watermelon. It is a white cast-free finish without feeling greasy, great for all skin types, safe to use for sensitive skin. It is non-comedogenic, non-acnegenic, allergy tested, and water resistant up to 80 minutes. It is free from parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, drying alcohol, synthetic dyes, and fragrance. And lastly, it is vegan and cruelty free. And here are some active ingredients from the sunscreen. I am not going to try to pronounce it because yeah, I'm just not good at pronouncing. Now with all my videos, I love to talk about packaging, and I have to admit, when it comes to packaging, Glow Recipe never disappoints me. This packaging here is pretty cool because it is made from a recyclable plastic, which is so good for the environment and our earth. The packaging feels really nice and sturdy, nice hard plastic. Can you hear it? It's really sleek, and it doesn't take up a lot of space in your bag or makeup bag, so I really love that. Smelling the sunscreen a little bit, it does have a light scent of watermelon. I wouldn't say it's anything so harsh. I actually like this. It smells pretty yummy. Kind of want to eat it. Moving on, we have another sunscreen that is so popular as well, and of course it is from Tatcha. This is the Tatcha The Silk Sunscreen Hydrating Mineral Shield with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. It does have an SPF of 50 PA+++++, so 4 pluses. This does contain 1.7 fluid ounce or 50 ml, and it does retail for a whopping $60 USD, which so expensive. I'm not gonna lie, hurts my wallet a little bit. I mean, it is pretty pricey. Now on the Tatcha website, they do describe this sunscreen to be a sheer, lightweight SPF 50 mineral sunscreen with soothing silk extract to protect the skin, hydrate, and even skin tone, leaving the skin feeling silky and smooth. The main ingredient here is zinc oxide, which is 10%. That is reef safe filter to protect the skin from UVA and UVB rays. It is non-irritating, non-sensitizing, dermatologist tested, and cruelty free. This is best for sensitive, dry to normal skin, and it is formulated without parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, synthetic dyes, and fragrances. And when it comes to packaging, as you can see, it's very sleek and compact. Feels like I can kind of fit this into my wallet. The plastic is really sturdy. Can you hear it? So I do love it. Feels really luxurious and very expensive. Now when you do pour this onto your hands, be mindful because it is pretty liquidy. A little bit goes a long way. Quickly, I do want to sniff this sunscreen. This sunscreen here has no fragrance to it. I mean, it just smells like nothing. So that is good if you are sensitive to fragrance. Last but not least, we have is from Laneige, and this here is the Hydro UV Defense Sunscreen with SPF 50+. It does contain 1.6 fluid ounce or 50 ml, and it does retail for $30 USD. On the Laneige website, they do claim this sunscreen to be a lightweight daily SPF 50 sunscreen that hydrates and soothes the skin with invisible finish. It is hypoallergenic free and dermatologist tested. It does contain Centella Asica, which helps soothe the skin, and hydro mineral water to deliver intense hydration. Here are the main sunscreen ingredients, which I will put here because I'm not going to try to pronounce it. This This sunscreen is formulated without paraben, phthalates, formaldehyde, mineral oil, and other ingredients. Again, I'm not gonna pronounce, so here it is. Now going back to the packaging is pretty standard. It's just a plastic bottle, nothing very fancy. All right, so we are done with all the information out of the way. So with that being said, let's get into the demo now. We are up close and personal again, and if you're familiar with all my demo videos, I like to compare two of the products onto both sides of my face. But because we have 3 products to compare, I'm gonna compare the last product onto my entire forehead. So let's do it. Starting with the right side of my face, I'm gonna go with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen. Okay. Oh, she a little liquidy. Okay, I think that's enough. All right, so I'm gonna take some and let's do it. This actually feels really moisturizing right now. All right, so there goes the first layer, and first impression wise, I have to say she is a little bit moisturizing, okay? If you do have oily skin like I do, I think a little bit does go a long way. But in terms of how it looks, it definitely does give that healthy sheen glow that everyone wants to achieve. Onto the left side of my face, I'm gonna apply the Tatcha the Silk Sunscreen. Oh, this one's more liquidy. Yeah. Definitely more liquidy. All right, so let's quickly apply because she is really runny. This one definitely feels a little bit less tacky compared to the Glow Recipe, surprisingly. I don't feel any tackiness, no stickiness. It really does sink in. That is pretty impressive for a mineral sunscreen. If you're not familiar with mineral sunscreen is a little bit thicker. You know, you have to really work it in, and sometimes it can feel really heavy. As for the tinted color in the sunscreen, as you can see, it really just disappeared. It really didn't give me any coverage or change the color of my face, so I wouldn't consider this as a tinted moisturizer or a foundation. Really does work well with every skin tone. So let's move on to the third sunscreen, which is from Laneige. This is the Hydro UV Defense Sunscreen. Let's apply this to my forehead. Ooh, oh yeah. This one, you have to really work it in just a little bit. So I am done applying the Laneige, and as you can see, I look like a rotisserie chicken. It's giving that high gloss look. In terms of texture, this definitely does feel a lot greasier than both. I do want to point out that the Laneige does have a slight fragrance to it. It does have like a light floral perfumey scent. Nothing too crazy, but you know, if you're sensitive to fragrance, that is something to note. Because all 3 of these sunscreens are pretty hydrating, I already know I'm gonna be like a grease ball within like 2 hours. So to kind of keep this comparison pretty fair, I'm gonna have to set my face with some translucent powder. This here is from Fenty Beauty. It's clear, love it. Probably one of my favorite translucent powder out in the market. But yeah, just a quick setting here and there, nothing too dramatic. It definitely helped with the shine from the Laneige. I feel like it's a little toned down. So I'm gonna wear these 3 sunscreens for maybe about 6 hours or so. Right now it is 3:46. Typically within the 6-hour marks, I can kind of tell if I like a certain product or not. I will be back to give you guys an update. I am back, and currently it is now 11:15 p.m. at night. I went to go eat a little pizza, watch the new Batman movie, which it was okay. It was okay. Let me scoot in a little bit more closer and yeah, give you guys an overall review. What do you think? I'm gonna do some oil blotting sheet tests because, you know, I'm just a little curious. All right, so let's start off with the Glow Recipe. Oh, okay, not too much. Let's do the Tatcha. Okay, so it's like same. And for the Laneige. So this is the Laneige, and I can kind of already tell you what my final thoughts is. I am Scoot back now, and I'm ready to give you guys my final thoughts on these 3 sunscreens that I have tested out and wore for like 7 hours. And to be honest, if I had to just pick one, I'm gonna go with the Tatcha. You guys, this kind of blew me away. I wasn't expecting to like it as much. This isn't meant for oily skin. It does claim to be more for drier skin, but it performed really nicely. And I think because it is so lightweight, it didn't overly produce oil onto my face. So I think that's why I really like it. Now I will admit though, $60 is a lot of money. I don't think I would be repurchasing this just because it is pretty hefty. If you do want to splurge here and there, you want to feel a little bougie, you go on a vacation, definitely buy this. I think it is definitely worth it. Now let's talk about Glow Recipe. This here, I have to say, I'm a little disappointed. I think it got a little too hyped up. I don't hate this product, but I don't love it. It's a little bit too moisturizing for my liking. When I did kind of touch my face, it really does feel like the sunscreen is still there. It really didn't sink in. If you are normal to dry skin, I think you're definitely going to like this better. People with combo skin, I think you can kind of get away. Use a little powder, you're good to go. People with oily skin, I don't think this is it. I feel like it's a little too hydrating. I am sad this product did not work out for me, but with all skincare products, you're definitely gonna find one that is not gonna work out for your skin. Sadly, this is one of them. And of course, the last one is the Laneige. Oh boy, you saw my skin. I was pretty oily. This sunscreen is so thick. It's so oily. It's a little too hydrating for me, a little too moisturizing. Obviously, when you looked at it in the demo video, I look like a rotisserie chicken. Should have known. And even when I did powder my face, it still felt like the sunscreen did not sink into my skin. You can kind of feel the slippery of it, which by the way, I did look at the ingredients and it does have dimethicone. That explains why it felt kind of oily, kind of greasy feeling. But overall, if you do have drier skin, you're probably going to benefit from this sunscreen the most. If you do have combo to oily skin, please do not use it, okay? It's literally gonna I feel like it's gonna clog your pores because it's too heavy. Also, before I forget, the fragrance in this sunscreen, oh my gosh, it lingered throughout the whole day. So when it comes to fragrance, I'm okay with it in products, but when it starts lingering, that is a red flag, okay? Because sometimes they can kind of give me that nauseous scent. If you are sensitive to fragrance, don't buy this as well. You're gonna regret it. So there we have it, guys. Those are my 3 comparisons between the Glow Recipe, Tatcha, and the Laneige sunscreens. And to be honest, I'm still surprised the Tatcha won my heart because it is meant for dry skin, not oily skin. Now, if you do want to buy the Tatcha one or any of the other sunscreen that I did mention, definitely wait for a sale. There is a sale coming up the first week of April on Sephora.com or at the Sephora store. So that is the best time to purchase and save a little money. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you are willing to try any of these sunscreens out that I have tested out today. Let me know in the comments down below. With that being said, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up because it will help me in the long run. And of course, I will talk to you guys soon in the next. Have a great one. Bye.